Your latest column, you ask, is Trump likely to win? And you answer that with a definite maybe.
Definitely maybe.
How, coming out of this convention, does Donald Trump win the election?
Well, it's a relative race. Hillary Clinton, I think, is the only reason this race is close. If the Democrats would have nominated a non-criminal, fresh face, they would probably have a double-digit lead right now. If the Republicans had nominated a well-adjusted, articulate, poised soul, they would probably have a comfortable lead over Hillary. So that's the dynamic we've got right now. I think a lot of what is propelling Trump are the Hillary negatives. And in the convention, one mistake, one miscue after another, the plagiarism thing, I mean, it should be a case study in political campaign management, convention management, on how to take a problem between 1 and 10 that's a 1, and how do you make it a 5 over 2 days. And just things like that, one thing after another, where they don't coordinate internally. There's zero message discipline.
Campaigns reflect the candidate on the top.
Yes,
and
yes.
that continues to be a really big challenge for the Trump organization.
Huge
is the candidate on the top? But I hear that you picked up some of the rhetoric in Cleveland, because this outrageous positioning that the Republicans, of course, have been spending decades on trying to convince everybody about Hillary's background. After 25 years of the propaganda against her, surprise, there's some questions about this, but we believe, going in with a unified party, that we're going to see a conversation about voters and about what Americans need in this country.
Yeah, I think both these candidates are probably lucky to be running against one another. Stephanie, look ahead for us a little bit here. I think some of the high marks that Trump got from his speech last night is because the bar is just so low for him. Are you concerned about the opposite for Clinton? Does she have to reach a high bar with her convention next week?
I wish I could say no, but the bar is always extraordinarily high for Hillary Clinton, and that has just been the case all along the way. And I am confident that she is ready to take on that challenge. When she's had those moments, she has definitely risen to the occasion, and I have no doubts that she is prepared and ready to go and ready to take on this fight.
Anything you're looking forward to there next week?
Well, Emily's list, we're going to be celebrating a little bit. For 31 years, we've been trying to get more and more Democratic women elected. We've had some successes, 19 women senators, over 100 women to the House. But this is our first presidential candidate, and it is not only that we're excited that it's Hillary Clinton, but there really is a moment here of seeing the first woman in 250 years take the party forward. So, yeah, I'd say there's a lot of excitement.
Ed, President Clinton has been relatively low profile of late. Donald Trump last night and over the last couple weeks has highlighted some of Bill Clinton's actions, such as NAFTA, to make him part of the dialogue. Do Republicans fear the return of Bill Clinton in Philadelphia?
I think sort of suburban Republicans do. I think a lot of the base can't see through the disgust they have for him and see what an able performer he is. And that I think he's lost a step or two over the years, hadn't we all? But his likability, his nimbleness in front of the camera, an interview setting, is still, he's got to be in the top 5 in America to this day. And so I don't underestimate Bill Clinton, never have. Formidable guy.
Yeah, Stephanie, someone you know, Chelsea Clinton is speaking in a marquee slot on Thursday. Bill Clinton not speaking on Thursday. That was a bit of a surprise for me. It seems like they're setting Chelsea up to have as high profile a public turn as she's ever had. What's your expectation for that?
She's ready. Chelsea's absolutely ready. And in this case, I know it's hard to figure this out, but President Bill Clinton in this week is the husband of the candidate, and I think this is a little bit of a different role. But we have such amazing speakers, so many incredible people. But I say Chelsea's absolutely ready. Of course, we've got President Obama, Vice President Biden. We of course have Senator Warren and Senator Sanders kicking it off on Monday. So this is going to be quite a week for the Democrats.